Well, happy Halloween Boxing Day to you. Plus, it's Friday. Plus, we did it. Did you have a lot of kids?
Yes.
I had 14 to 15. That's ton. Like our first several years, we had 2.
I'd say over 150.
Whoa!
It was crazy.
Wow.
Well, it was so nice not to have snow or rain or anything, for one thing. It was one of the nicest Halloweens I can remember in a while.
Everyone around us, though, got nailed with snow.
Montreal postponed their Halloween.
Imagine.
I'd be so sad if I were a
Yeah.
kid. You're all set to go out and it's like, not till tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we had so many. And you know what's really neat? We've got some new people on our street.
Oh, cool.
And they've taken over houses where traditionally the people who lived there did not participate in Halloween.
So now
that
it's
was
fun.
so much fun.
It makes a community, doesn't it? It makes
we
you
were
feel like,
all
hey,
out, and there were so many people walking up and down. I think we might have a picture of our driveway that Keith did up.
Keith is a banana. Look at this. That's the driveway. Isn't that awesome?
He sent a video. Keith, I'm sorry we couldn't download the video or upload whatever it's called. But anyway, yeah, so animatronics
awesome.
and smoke machines and speakers going, and we had people drive. It's a destination. People drive to our house now, and they're taking pictures and stuff. So
maybe one day you'll give me your address so I can actually.
You're not invited. So anyway. It was really a great night. I got a cold though.
Yeah, you got another cold.
Started yesterday and it's good. Last night didn't help.
You know what? You just need to stay drunk. You're not living right.
I need to sleep. I need to stay indoors, Luann.
Yes, that's the thing, especially this time of the year. By the way, I want to say thank you to Casey Security, not only for sponsoring the show, but for their pumpkin patrol last night. I have a story about that on the news coming up later on in the show.
Ooh.
Such a good community partner.
I just remembered something else too. Pictures of Halloween.
Yes, don't forget.
If you've got pictures of yourself or your kids or whatever in a costume from yesterday, send them to us, newsroom@SaultOnline.com, SAULT, SaultOnline.com. We're having a contest. We're gonna judge the photos on today, and Monday morning we're gonna make a decision, and the winning entry will receive 2 complimentary tickets to The Addams Family, the musical that I'm directing for the Musical Comedy Guild in May of 2020.
Send us your pictures.
Send us your pictures and you'll win tickets to the Addams Family.
Yeah.
It's All Saints Day today.
It is.
It is.
Finally, I get a day.
This is interesting. It was originally in May, but it got moved because they wanted to downplay the pagan holidays of Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So they moved All Saints Day to now, hoping to get rid of the pagan holidays of Halloween.
Really?
And it didn't work.
It's not a pagan holiday, saints. Come on.
No. Halloween is a pagan holiday.
I know, but it's not really.
Well, I don't know. So, I mean, aren't you honoring? What are you doing on Halloween? You're talking about ghosts and stuff and the undead.
Candy and saying hi to your neighbors. That's what you're doing.
All Hallows Eve. Anyway, so it's All Saints Day, and it's also Dia de los Muertos, the Mexican celebration of the dead.
So happy Dead Day.
No, but they really do. They do fireworks and they have mariachi bands. They celebrate death.
Huge. Yeah.
And they have 2 days actually. One is for infants and children who have passed, and one is for adults. But see, they don't go. They go. Hey, they lived and now they celebrate.
Isn't that good?
Not mourning, celebration of life.
That would be a challenge.
The Aztecs celebrated it in July and August. And then it got moved again. I don't know. They keep moving all these days around.
Yeah, you know what? I'm tied up that weekend, so we're going to move it.
And it's World Vegan Day, and I didn't know vegans have been around. It took a long time for vegans to catch on.
Yeah.
1944 was the founding of the Vegan Society.
Really?
Yeah. So in 94, 50 years on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Vegan Society, they created World Vegan Day. Oh, see, look at that.
Makes me want a burger.
Makes you want a burger?
Yeah. I love burgers. I love hot dogs. I know it's not real meat. I know there's chicken bums and beaks in there. I know, but I like it.
In hot dogs?
Yes. Haven't you heard? Vegans, though, a very famous vegan, Pamela Anderson.
She's Canadian.
Yes, and she's very vegan. She actually wrote a letter to Prime Minister Trudeau asking that all of the prisons in Canada serve vegan food to the prisoners
Well, that's punishment.
to right to A, make them healthier, and B, to save money, because now you're not buying sugar and you're not buying meat.
Oh.
In jail is not
Meant to-
enough of a punishment. We're taking the burgers away from you.
Except now they have those Beyond Beef things.
Yes.
So you could still do that, couldn't you?
You could.
I think Pamela Anderson's hit on something good there.
You do.
Well, why not? Healthy food, inexpensive. And
We're going to lock you up for the rest of your life, but we're going to make you so darn healthy you're never going to die. You're going to live in that cage forever.
But maybe veganism is good for people who also have like addictions and stuff. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up
You
now.
know what? It's obviously very healthy. And the fact that she suggested it and then insinuated, and probably rightfully
So she's obviously a
that
vegan.
you can save money. She's very vegan.
Well,
yeah.
she could be the poster child for veganism then, because look at her.
Uh-huh.
She's beautiful.
She
and
hasn't had a piece of cheese in years. Years. No cheese, no burgers,
Oh,
no
for
nothing
heaven's
for
sakes.
Pamela. But I want to know if she's really happy. I don't think she is. I think she's frustrated and hungry all the time.
We have a really full show. We have to stop talking.
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but we do have a very full show. We're talking about like an employment connection. No, not employment connection. An employment initiative.
He thinks if he yells it at you, then it'll help him remember it.
Oh, and then Ashley Gerard is here from Strive Young Professionals, and also Nevin Bekonjik is on the show, and then it's Fur and Feathers Friday. It's such a full show, we have to go.
Bye.
We'll be right back with that employment thing. Your next move coming up after this break. If I yell it, it's true.
All right.
Past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Sioux Community Career Center. I said it.
You said it.
That's where you're from.
You nailed it.
Okay, so this is Greg Callahan. You were just on the show like a week ago.
I was, yeah.
But that was for Evil Dead the Musical,
Yes, it was a completely different thing.
in which you are currently appearing.
Which I am
You might as
currently
well give it
appearing.
a plug.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute though. This is Friday.
This is Friday.
You're sold out.
We're sold out.
If you didn't see it, you snooze, you lose, Sault Ste. Marie. Congratulations on selling out Evil Dead the Musical, Greg Callahan.
Thank you.
But you're here for your day job.
Yeah, for my usual job.
What's your title?
My title is Program Facilitator.
Okay. And the program we're talking about is a brand new one called
It's called Choosing My Next Move.
Choosing My Next Move, but MOVE stands for something.
MOVE stands for My Own Views on Employment.
Aren't you clever with your acronyms? Okay, so what is it? Tell me the program. Who's it geared to? What's it do?
So this is a program that is geared to youth. So ages 16.
I'm out.
Me too.
Okay, ages?
16 to 26.
Perfect.
So this is for folks that are unemployed, perhaps they've never worked before.
Sure.
And it's about giving them reasons to work. It's not about telling them that they have to work. It's about letting them find their own reasons to go back to work. So this is less about hard skills. We're not doing stuff like interview skills, resume writing, anything like that.
That's those services are all available.
Oh yes, they are. They are available through the Career Center, and we do set them up with a case manager who can help them out with that side of life.
But this part of it is about motivation,
Yes.
and discovery.
Yes, exactly. Motivation and discovery. Yeah, you're on the ball.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah.
How do you help? How do you motivate them? Or what are we discovering?
All right, so so the main goal of this program is to identify what barriers are in their way, what roadblocks are in their way.
Why haven't you gotten a job before? Where are you falling short of? Right.
Exactly. What's preventing
What's stopping you?
Yeah. What's stopping you from reaching your goals? And how can we help you with that? So. Basically, what we're trying to do is give these young folks tools which to navigate these roadblocks and these barriers.
Overcome your barriers.
Yeah, and
Navigate around, or if you don't overcome them, navigate around them.
And we talk about external barriers, things that are outside of ourselves that might be a barrier, but those aren't the real ones that are stopping you most of the time, right? We're looking at what we're mostly focusing on are the internal barriers, the internal things that are stopping you from reaching your goals.
Yeah.
Your self-talk, the things that you're telling yourself.
Self-talk.
Self-talk, yeah.
Wow, this is like a lot of mental health stuff too.
we get into some heady territory, yeah.
How long is it? I mean, how long do we have to work ourselves out
So,
to find our next move? How long do we get?
So it's over 11 sessions. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, we cover a lot of ground in a short time.
Okay, 11 sessions.
Yep.
How long are the sessions, Greg Callahan?
Sessions, ballparking it, we land at about 3 hours each one.
Okay.
Some are shorter, some are longer, but generally speaking, we're looking at about 3 hours.
Okay.
And they run from Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
So I think we end up landing on a Tuesday by the end of this program. So that's for the in-class parts.
So 11 in class?
11 in class, yes.
And then what?
And then we do a job trial. So this is for, especially if folks have never worked before, or if it's been a long time since they've been out of work, this allows them to get their feet wet. This allows them to have a recent work experience, recent reference on the resume. That allows them to, we can use that moving into a job placement afterwards.
A job placement,
Yes.
so it's hands-on. So do you already have placements lined up, or do you find the placements after you have your people who are registered?
Generally, we try to find them afterwards so that we can gear them
Match it up
Yeah,
better.
yeah, because we don't want to just like plug them into somewhere that they're not going to succeed. Because the last thing we want to do is set anyone up to fail.
No.
Yeah.
How many people can you take at one time? Because you're doing a couple sessions.
We are doing a couple sessions, yeah. So we're looking at about 10 people per session.
Okay.
Now, for the one on Monday, we are pretty much full up.
November the 4th is full already. That's good for you guys, and
That's
good
great
for the
for
10 people.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
And do you already have places lined up for them already?
We are working on that right now, yeah.
So if you're watching, if you're an employer, and
Yeah.
you might have something where you could use a young person or somebody who's looking to try something new and develop some skills, they should contact you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Reach out to Greg Callahan if you're an employer. And you're running another session November the 18th?
On November the 18th, yes.
Okay, so and is that wide open, that one still?
That one's still pretty wide open,
Okay,
yeah.
so
we
there
haven't
you go.
for that.
And 16 through 26.
16 to 26, yes.
Okay, now, what kinds of, do you talk about people who might have skills that don't even realize, like transferable skills, things that they're interested in, how they can develop those?
Well, we talk about their strengths. We talk about the things that they are good at.
Strengths-based?
Yeah. So we try to identify what they believe they're good at and how we can best use those moving forward. How they can best use that to attain their goals.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you also have a full staff there, so you could, if you identify a certain barrier, then you've got people who could work with them on. Continue to work with them on that.
Absolutely, right? And we have options for for all sorts of different barriers. I mean, a lot of people identify transportation as a barrier. We can help out with that. We can help out with that sometimes.
Can you identify a couple of other barriers that are common that you come across for people first time jobs or trying to get back into the workforce?
Well, you know what? Especially for this group, they find that one of the barriers that they've come across is that they feel like they're too young or don't have enough experience. And that's a bit of a mental barrier, right? But I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere, right?
Because there are people out there who are happy to take somebody new because then you can mold them and they don't have bad habits.
And you know what? And that's one of the things that this program helps out with, because like I was saying before, we have a job developer who works for the program.
Yeah.
So what she does is she seeks out different employers in the community and tries to carve out placements for these folks.
Wow.
So she does a lot, does a lot of legwork for them, so they don't have to go out there and pass out resumes.
How do you register? How do we reach you?
Well, you can reach me by phone at 705-759-0909.
Oh, look at, guess what we did?
Oh, it's right there,
Aren't we
yeah.
clever? That's Jacob in the booth. Thank you, Jacob. There's
Perfect.
a phone number there.
Yep.
What else is there?
So, and then my email, greg.callahan@siouxcareercenter.ca.
Fantastic. How much in advance? I mean, the next session is November the 18th, but when can they register up until it's full, I guess?
Pretty much right up until we do intake pretty much right up until the Friday before.
Okay. You're planning on doing more as well? Like
Yes.
this is just the first 2 outings, right?
Yeah, these are our first couple runs, and we're planning on doing at least 2 more in the new year.
Fantastic. All right, so there you go. If you're looking for employment, or if you're finding that you have barriers to employment, or if you're an employer who perhaps wants to help somebody out with their first job or getting back into the workforce, Greg Callahan, Sioux Community Career Center.
Yep.
Are you on Queen Street?
We are on Queen Street.
Are you on the corner of Queen and...
Corner of Queen and Spring.
It's a nice building. I've been in there.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice building.
Yeah, and you have a really, your lobby is really cool. You have all kinds of resources right in the lobby,
Oh,
too,
yeah,
right?
no, yeah, our resource room team is amazing.
Like, you can just walk, you don't have to have an appointment. You can just walk in there and utilize the services?
Absolutely, yeah, you can walk in. We have a bank of computers you can use if you need to use them for job search, resume purposes, whatever. We have a job board. We have different information about different community services. Or if you just want to ask questions, our resource team is top notch.
They are.
Yeah.
I've spent some time sitting in the lobby because I actually went to a job interview there once.
Oh, really?
I did so. Yes, back when I was looking for work.
Oh, good.
And then I got this job when I found out I could just talk for a living.
Perfect.
I know.
Well, it's working out for you.
I know. Hey, listen, break a leg tonight and tomorrow with Evil
Thank
Dead
you.
the Musical. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you very
And
much.
once again, Greg Callahan is here from the Sioux Community Career Center. You can contact him by phone or by email or just drop in and sign up for your next move. Thanks for being here, Greg.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
We'll be right back after this.
This is On TV.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
I had an LP of the
You're old.
I know. Journey. Remember Journey, the
Yeah.
group? Okay, they're still
Don't
around.
stop believing.
Don't stop. Remember? Okay.
Don't stop.
Believing. 1973, Journey was formed.
Wow.
I know. And guess what? They just did a residency in Vegas. Journey is going on tour. An extensive North American tour. This band was formed in 1973.
Wow.
They're touring in a
Way to go,
Parabus,
Journey.
apparently. They're going out on the road with their walkers.
Parabus.
And they're going out with the Pretenders, Chrissy Hind.
Well, yes, because they're
1978. These, wow, that's a tour.
friends. I hope they can still sing.
I hope they can still stand.
Well, you know when they come back and then they're and they sing like I sing?
Journey
You
has
know?
a new lead singer. They fired the first guy.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, no, I love though when you come across somebody who can still
Who
sing.
can still sing.
Like, who did I say?
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar. I saw
She
her
can
do a thing.
Stevie Nicks.
And Stevie Nicks, they
Notice
both can.
women still rocking it.
There's guys that can still sing.
Like,
Engelbert Humperdinck.
what's his?
Engelbert Humperdinck?
Yes. He can still sing?
That wasn't his real name.
No, really?
No, he's Engelbert
Get
Humperdinck
out.
was the name of like a composer or something in England.
What
in, like this.
like
a
why
century.
would you go with a
Because
Humperdinck?
because he didn't have success with his first name, whatever his real name was, I forget. George something. Anyway,
Humperdinck.
you know who else can still sing? Man, Tony frickin' Bennett.
I don't like Tony Bennett.
How do
I'm
you
sorry.
not like
I'm
Tony
sorry.
Bennett?
I know. He's not Dean Martin.
He can sing a high like a B flat high.
Can
Yes.
still.
90s almost
Yeah,
gotta
he's,
be.
yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not
Journey
him or
and the
Frank
Pretenders.
Sinatra.
What about Frank?
I don't
Look,
like-
there's Tony there. Look at him.
Apparently he's a lovely, lovely man.
I know,
I'm not
right?
fond of his style, and I'm not fond of Frank Sinatra's style. Nobody can replace my Dino.
Dean
no
Martin,
one.
Really?
Seriously.
Everybody loves
He was so
somebody
cool.
sometime.
He was so sweet,
Everybody
so
loves
handsome.
somebody else.
You know what? My mom and dad saw him in Las Vegas, and my mom said she was close enough that she could smell that his tuxedo smelled like mothballs. I hope it was the tux and not him.
Funny. My
Isn't
dad
it?
smelled Doris Day's perfume.
Yes, you told that story already.
Fine.
Mine's better.
Tell me another story, Luann.
A story about
Why is there a bat still
Ow.
here? You missed a
Oh.
bat.
Meghan Markle.
happened?
Your chair hit my arm. Ow.
Sorry.
Meghan Markle.
Two
said-
old bats.
I don't think that's nice.
What about Meghan Markle?
I'm not even talking to you anymore. So anyway, Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
She says in her most recent interview that she doesn't want people to love her. She just wants people to hear her. You'll recall, of course, that what's his name and I told you about the fact that she and Harry are actually suing a tabloid in the UK. The tabloid interviewed her, and I guess the print was scathing of her. Just did not enjoy her whatsoever. So she says, you don't have to love me, just hear what I'm saying though.
Just hear what we're saying.
You know, just hear.
That's all
what
anybody
we're
ever
saying.
wants, just to be heard. Luann has the news after this, so stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We'll be right back.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
It was a busy time for ghosts and goblins last night, but no one had to worry about their safety. KC Security Services provided free neighborhood patrols in Sault Ste. Marie last evening between 6 and 9 p.m. in conjunction with Superior EMS. Then from 6 p.m. until 4 a.m., KC Security provided free patrols or incident response to any residents or business during their third annual Pumpkin Patrol, even if you weren't or aren't an active client.
Tonight we're actually out doing what we call the Pumpkin Patrol. Essentially what we're doing is we're just going around taking a look at the communities and seeing everything that is going on, making sure that everything is good and everything is safe. So we're doing that usually between 6 and 9, and then after that we are open for business to anyone that needs us. So anytime between 6 and usually 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. We're available. So if you need us, if there's a situation going on, just give us a call and we will show up for free. You got, kids that are coming up to you, being able to talk with kids, being able to engage with people, and just showing them that, even security is somebody that you don't have to be afraid of. It's something safe that you can go to, and that's, essentially what it is, trying to be out there with the community and for the people. Pumpkin Patrol, to my understanding, has been going on for 4 years now, 3 in Sault Ste. Marie. So, yeah, 3 years. This is the 4th year, I believe, that we're doing it. So yeah, it's been a huge success in the past, and we've wanted to keep it going.
As you prepare for winter, the city has a couple of reminders for you. Staff members are sweeping and cleaning basins and storm drains right now in preparation for the flow of water during the winter months. Residents are not to rake leaves onto roadways or into ditches as they cause drains to plug, resulting, of course, in flooding. The final weeks of leaf and yard waste collection will be November 11th for Route A and November 18th for Route B, weather permitting. To avoid damage and assist in street cleaning, basketball nets must be removed from roadways. Motorists are reminded that effective Friday, November 1st, parking of vehicles on city streets is not permitted between midnight and 6 a.m. Owners of vehicles that remain parked on the street could receive a $15 fine and may have their vehicle towed at their expense. The bylaw remains in effect until April 30th. Garbage and recycling rollout carts should not be put out the night before pickup. Place them curbside at 7 a.m. Residents are reminded that beginning November 4th, so that's Monday, garbage and recycling collection will occur on different days. Waste collection dates will not change, and recycling collection will move to the next business day. And a 7-year-old girl out trick-or-treating in a bumblebee outfit was critically injured last night during a shooting on Chicago's west side. The girl, who was shot in the upper chest area, was taken to Stroger Hospital in critical condition. A 30-year-old man was shot in the left hand and taken to a nearby hospital in good condition. The shooting occurred early last evening as the girl was walking with her family and other trick-or-treaters. Lalia Lara told the newspaper in Chicago she held the girl's hand and pressed against her chest to stop the bleeding. Police said a group of males was chasing another male along the street when someone in the group fired at the intended victim. It was not immediately known if the wounded man was with the girl or was the one targeted by the shooters. Police said they have no description of the gunman and no one was in custody. Police said there is a surveillance camera near the crime scene, though. Authorities in Ventura County, California say a wildfire that started last night is threatening 1,800 structures. 7,500 people are under evacuation orders. Firefighters say the flames began on ridge tops, giving residents more time to flee.
At about 6:15 p.m. tonight, the Maria started in the area of South Mountain. That fire was quickly spread by east winds, and it is currently at approximately 5,000 acres. We have over 400 firefighting personnel on the fire right now, and it is moving in a southwesterly direction.
There are about 1,800 structures threatened and about 7,500 people under evacuation orders at this time. We currently have one shelter open for those evacuated. That's at the Camarillo Community Center. Large animal evacuations are welcome at the Ventura County Fairgrounds and at the Earl Warren Showgrounds in Santa Barbara County. Small animals are welcome at the Ventura County Animal Shelter located at the Camarillo Airport. Earlier this evening, our firefighting aerial efforts were hampered by someone flying an unmanned aerial system in the area. That's a small drone, apparently looking at photography of the fire. This created quite a dangerous situation. It's not only illegal, but it hampers our firefighting efforts.
It started high on the ridge, and what that did is it provided us time to get into the communities and start our evacuations. What I mean by time is when it starts high on the ridgetop like that, it takes a bit of time to creep down. We've got access issues getting to the actual edges of the fire, so at this time our efforts are evacuations, getting close into the structures, providing structure defense where we can. Second to that will be perimeter control. Based on the location, it's eventually going to run out of fuel, and what I mean by fuel, it's a combustible growth, the brush, the grasses. We're looking at maybe 12,000 acres at the biggest footprint on this.
The union representing Ontario's elementary school teachers says it plans to announce this morning whether or not its members are willing to go on strike. The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario has been holding strike votes across the province for the past several weeks as it tries to negotiate a new labor deal with the provincial government. The union says it will release the results of those votes at a 10:30 a.m. news conference. The Progressive Conservative government has been in intense contract talks with all the province's education workers who've been without contracts since the end of August. Last month, it reached a deal with the Canadian Union of Public Employees hours before its members were to walk off the job.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
There seemed like there was a lot more cans in here.
Do you know where Judith is?
I haven't seen her, but I think we should just get this done and put these in the Lincoln.
Sure.
Okay.
Darcy, have you seen Judith? I know, actually, I haven't. Mike, have you seen Judith?
I think she went that way.
Thanks.
Josh, have you seen Judith?
I don't know where Judith is.
Do you need a hand with that?
No way.
Judith!
Look who's back! It's Ashley Gerard from Strive Young Professionals.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Okay, you have an event coming up. It's the awards.
It is.
What are they called?
They are called the Algoma Visionary Awards. The Algoma Visionary Awards.
Okay, from Strive Young Professionals.
I wasn't ready for that question.
When I joined you guys, it was a couple years ago.
Yes.
We were at the Grand Gardens on Dennis Street.
Yes.
You had under about 150, 200, maybe 175-ish people attending.
Yes.
You've had to move to the Grand Gardens North.
Yes. To accommodate over 300 people.
I love this.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is.
It's so exciting.
It's a celebration of young professionals in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yes, it is.
And you're here right now because you're looking for people to nominate.
Well, we have had our nominations open for the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
And they closed today. But we have a special announcement. We're really excited. We want to just ensure that everybody's heard about it. Everybody's able to nominate. So we're going to extend the nomination period over the weekend.
Okay.
So you have until Monday. Monday counts. If you want to nominate on Monday, you can, and then that's it.
Who's eligible?
Anybody. Anybody under 40.
Anybody under
Hate
40
saying
who
that,
does
but
what?
it's true. Anything in Sault Ste. Marie. So if you are a manager at a restaurant, if you are making a difference at OLG, if you are working at Tenaris or at Algoma Steel, all of these people are included in what we define as young professionals in Sault Ste. Marie.
You are redefining.
Yes, we are.
Tell me what the definition is now.
Anybody under 40 in the workforce
who's making a difference.
Making a difference in Sault Ste. Marie or Algoma even. And so if you live down the line and you're running a farm, we want to meet you. We want to hear about the great things that you're doing for our community and in the workplace.
And you do not have to be a member of Strive Young Professionals to be nominated.
No, there are 4 Strive specific awards.
That's hard to say, Strive specific.
It is. It
your
really
microphone
is.
fell down.
I know.
That's okay.
We
You're
got
all
it.
good. You're perfect.
So there are 4 Strive specific awards that you would need to be a member to be nominated, but otherwise,
okay.
That's it.
And so when is November the what?
The gala actually
it's January.
is in January. So January 10th at Grand Gardens North.
And anybody can go to that too, to the gala.
And we are so inclusive. Anybody can come to anything.
Up.
Oh, there it is.
Right on. It looks great.
Look at the 3rd. This is our 3rd year.
I know.
I can't believe it.
Growing and growing. And anybody can go to the gala.
Yes, they can.
You don't have to, because
anybody.
I learned when I emceed that one time, I learned about so many places and businesses and things going on in the city that I did not know about.
And it's really interesting because we get to know so many new people through this event, and we don't really understand what's going on behind the scenes sometimes.
Keep talking. We're going to bring some pictures up to show because people really get into this thing. They dress up.
It's dressed to impress.
Look there we go. Are these past winners?
These are our 2018 winners. So
last year?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. So, and everybody gets like the guys wear suits and I know.
Dresses, pantsuits, whatever you're comfortable in.
And it's like mingle. It's very
Our
social.
cocktail hour this year actually is going to be featuring Jay Case and friends. So he'll be
You're
playing.
You're going to have music?
Yes.
That's new.
It is.
Oh, I love
We're going to have live music during the cocktail hour and, of course, the very famous Grand Gardens buffet.
You do a buffet?
Hors d'oeuvres
buffet.
Yes. It's fantastic. I could just eat that, honestly.
I know, right?
But the other great thing that we try to do is make it affordable. So it is only $65 a person, or it's $500 a table.
Oh, how many seats at a table?
8.
8? That's a great deal.
I know.
So, so once again, the nominations, how do we nominate? What do we do?
We want you to go to striveypg.com, and there at the bottom of the Algoma Visionary Award page, the AVA Gala page, there is a nominate button, nominate a YP.
Okay.
You can nominate as many times as you want, and for as many people as you want, for as many awards as you want.
Really? And all the award categories are on the website.
They are, and so they range. We have 10 awards that we call awards of distinction. So those are focused on community champion, civic pride, leadership, professional development and achievements, so
Wow.
those kinds of things.
All right.
And then we also have a top 10 industry. So awards are divided by industry. So if you know somebody in trades, if you know someone in social services, in environmental, in arts and culture.
There's categories for all these
There's categories for
things.
everyone.
Ashley.
How many people can you think of just off of those categories?
Right now. Let's get nominating.
We need to get nominating. It's
and
really fun.
up until Monday, including Monday.
Including Monday.
And then we're all going to go to the event.
Yes, we are.
And you're going to come back on the show to promote the event.
I would love to.
In the new year.
With all of our sponsors and everybody when we have everything
Fabulous.
figured out. But I really wanted to make sure that the community knew that the nominations were going to be open. Also, if you do nominate, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
We do have a contest running.
What's contest?
You have a chance to win a staycation at the Water Tower by nominating, going to our Facebook page, and liking. There it is.
Yeah.
And liking, liking our event.
Yeah.
And saying that you nominated a young professional on the post that shows that image.
And then you are entered.
And then you're entered.
And you can win a staycation.
You have 5. If you nominate 5 people, you have 5 chances to win.
And JJ Hilsinger will come to your room and serve you breakfast in bed. In his bathrobe.
No, we won't.
kidding.
Only if you want
I'm
to.
just kidding. Hey, Ashley, thanks for being here.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a great weekend.
You too.
You have until Monday. Get those nominations in and then join the party. Strive Young Professionals. We'll be right back after this.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Nevin Bakonjic back on the show again. I don't know how many times we've been on now. Local author and Economic Development Corporation. And your role there is international marketing?
I'm the manager of trade and investment.
Trade and investment. But we're talking now about more international stuff, right? That's the topic of this interview, because Business Beyond Borders is coming up next week.
Yes.
November the 6th.
That's our upcoming conference in coordination with our partners in Sioux, Michigan. So we're working with the Chippewa County Economic Development Corporation, the Eastern Upper Peninsula Planning Commission, and the Sault Ste. Marie Economic Development Corporation in Sioux, Michigan.
Oh, okay, so they have one as well.
Yes, exact same name.
So 4 different EDCs, basically.
Right.
Okay, how long has this collaboration been going on?
So we've had this binational alliance for, I'd say, about 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Was this initiated by the Sault Ste. Marie EDC, or was it sort of a mutual decision? How did that come to be?
I think.
Were you around back then, though?
No, I wasn't around when they signed the memorandum of understanding. But at the time they were speaking together, the cities as a whole, as well as the economic development corporations, and they decided to work together on enhancing and promoting the region economically.
And is the concept behind it then is that there's sort of strength in numbers, right?
That's
so
right.
You increase. I mean, if you're trying to talk to levels of government and stuff about how we can work together as communities, you're a bigger pot when you combine all those resources.
Yeah, there's definitely synergies and advantages on both sides of the border, and we are, we're in a great location. We have an uncongested border. We have businesses doing business on both sides of that border, and markets available to our local companies. So it makes sense to work together to maybe attract larger projects, to work together to promote and enhance the region as well.
Right.
So this conference coming up is something I believe they held in the past, but it's probably been 4 or 5 years.
It's been that long since the last conference.
Yeah, so we're reviving it, and the idea is to promote business on both sides of the border, work to educate our local companies on both sides, that there's markets right here on the other side of the international bridge that they can access. So whether it's exporting or setting up shop in the other country, there's opportunities to do business and grow their business. Yeah.
And really, so it's looking at the advantages of being a border town.
Exactly.
And how smaller communities around a border town can band together and from a business perspective.
Yeah, it's really trying to open their eyes to the opportunities that exist.
Right.
Oftentimes businesses are a little frightened of exporting or moving into bigger markets. It's sort of beyond their role, I guess, that they see,
or there's beyond their scope, or maybe they feel it's too daunting because there's politics and there's government levels of government.
There's regulations. There's all sorts of things, right? So we're trying to break down those barriers and help them understand that there are opportunities and there's assistance available to help them.
So you're really advocating for the two countries to work together, the two regions to work together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We see the benefits of working together. Both sides of the border have large projects potentially in the works. Both sides of the border have opportunities that are happening that we can use to enhance the entire region.
Right. Hey, one of those big projects is the locks, right?
Yes.
It's like $1.5 billion or something.
Yeah, I think it's about $1 billion.
$1 billion.
When it's all said and done.
And so that you'd be looking at that as a for instance.
Yeah.
So you might be advocating, saying, hey, you're going to need some help with the manpower, or is there any way that...
Yeah, we've been exploring the opportunities for our local companies in Sioux, Ontario to potentially bid on parts of the project, to work on parts of the project. And so that'll be one of the focuses of the conference. There will be an update.
So it's really it's almost a grassroots thing too, right? Because you're talking about lower levels you're talking about business and lower levels of government who will then work together to appeal to maybe people who are in charge of regulations when it comes to trade and when it comes to employment and immigration and standards, right?
Yeah, I think the bigger picture is to work to see if we can have a special investment zone here that maybe will sort of overarch some of the current regulations, immigration, stuff like that.
Right.
So we want to talk eventually to provincial, federal, state governments to see how we can create this unique region in our area.
So who would benefit most then from attending this conference, which by the way where's it being held, Nevin?
It's being held at Keewaydin Casino in the Grand Ballroom.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So you're going across the river to Keewaydin. It's 8 a.m. to 4. It's a full day.
Yeah. So breakfast is from 8 to 9.
Yeah.
And then we kick off at 9 o'clock. Mayors from both cities will be kicking off the conference.
Wow.
Followed by economic updates from both cities. So we'll have an update on Sioux, Michigan activities and an update on Sioux, Ontario to sort of frame things about what's coming down the road, right? Why are we here? There's some large projects on both sides of the border that potentially businesses on both sides can participate in.
And from which they can benefit.
Exactly.
Keynote speakers, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we have a keynote speaker, Mark Fisher from the Council of the Great Lakes Region. And Mark runs this organization to promote business and trade in the Great Lakes region. So a lot of people don't realize how big economically the region as a whole is. All the states and provinces that surround the Great Lakes.
Right.
It's over a $30 billion market. And a great example of that is the auto industry, sending parts and cars and trucks back and forth across the border.
Right.
There's a lot of integrated trade and business happening. And so we want to highlight that sort of thing and get people thinking here, what can we do to take advantage of that?
So this would be for everybody. So, I mean, you're really big with entrepreneurs. You've written books about being an entrepreneur, the side hustle, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Would this be beneficial to entrepreneurs, smaller businesses?
I think not as much as maybe established businesses who are looking to explore new markets.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we're really appealing to those companies that either manufacture a product or have services to offer, and maybe they can bid on projects in Michigan, for example.
Right,
or maybe they can export their product, or in some cases, and we have businesses who will be doing a roundtable to talk about what they've done.
That was my next question. Was going to be: is there going to be a chance for people to actually get involved in dialogue?
Yeah. So
apart from just sitting and listening,
Steel will be on the roundtable. Main Filter, Norpro from this side. And then we've got Superior Fabrication from Sioux, Michigan. And they'll be talking about what has their experience been moving into other markets. So as we know, Algoma Steel sells about 50% of their steel into the US. What's their experience been? Main Filter, they export a lot of their product into the US, and they actually have a manufacturing facility, I believe, in South Carolina.
Okay.
As well as a distribution office in Sioux, Michigan. So what did they go through to go to that next level? Some of the challenges, what are the successes, what are the lessons learned? Norpro is a full service security company. They've expanded rapidly in the last number of years, and they actually have an office in Sioux, Michigan as well. So what we're trying to do is highlight these successful entrepreneurs and businesses who've already done it.
Who've already moved beyond the borders.
Exactly.
And they're going to show you
what are those lessons learned.
Lessons learned.
Registration, here's a link right here. If you go to eventbrite.ca, it'll show up because it's happening very soon. It's happening next week, but you could search for Business Beyond Borders.
And we found this also on a Facebook page.
Yeah, there's an event, Facebook event for the...
Is that Facebook page the Economic Development Corporation of Sault Ste. Marie? Is that your Facebook page?
No, that's actually the EDC of Sioux, Michigan.
Okay.
So yeah.
This is where we're going to find that?
Right.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. And other things we're having that day, we're going to have a senior economist from the Bank of Montreal who's going to do an economic update for the Great Lakes region, again, to help companies understand this is a huge market, even just around where we live, right? Never mind sort of all the way into the U.S. So there's opportunities everywhere. And then we're going to end the day with an update on the Sulaks project. So we're really excited about that.
Wow. Okay. So, for more information, you can contact the Economic Development Corporation.
Yes.
Go to the Facebook page.
Right.
Register. You go to Eventbrite.
Right.
And we're airing this. You came into the studio to tape in advance. This is going to be airing on Friday the 1st. So you've still got time to register. The event is not until Wednesday the 6th.
That's right. There's plenty of time to register.
Okay.
And we hope to see you there.
I hope to see you on the show again, Nevin. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Appreciate it.
Best of luck with Business Beyond Borders. For more information, you know where to go. We'll be right back after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
I wanna let go. I wanna let go. I wanna let go. I wanna let go.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Nikki butt.
They all know.
Oh, hi. We were just talking about the fact that we have theme songs for our different pets.
Yes.
And this is Maggie. Maggie's how old?
She's a year and a half.
What breed is Maggie?
She's a Lab Husky mix.
You're a Lab Husky mix. Maggie's a new mother.
Yes.
What did she have?
Maggie had 9 puppies at the shelter.
Maggie, that's just craziness. What were you doing having 9 puppies?
She thought it was crazy too.
She was a rescue dog.
She was a rescue.
She was a rescue. Maggie was very underfed.
She was extremely thin.
Extremely pregnant, but extremely thin.
Then when we got her, she was pretty bony, except from her sides. She was a tank. With all the
look at her. I could see your teeth because you just finished feeding. She's all done weaning.
Yes, she is.
So she is almost, you're taking names for her.
Yes, she is available on the adoption floor.
Okay, you're on the floor, but she can't really go yet because she has to be ready to get spayed.
Yeah, she needs a little bit more time. Probably a couple weeks before we can book her a spay appointment.
And then she's good to go.
Yes.
She's as healthy as can be now.
Absolutely, yeah.
And demeanor.
She's, as you see, incredibly friendly.
She sees a person, the ears go up, the tail goes. She's so excited to meet people.
Yeah, and she is used to children, other animals, dogs, cats.
Dogs, cats, children. This is the ideal pet.
Yeah, she'll be a great family dog.
She's fully grown.
Yeah, she needs a little bit of obedience training. Like she hasn't had, but she's really smart and eager to please.
Eager to please, and training is so easy to come by in this city. There's all kinds of ways to go with training, right?
Absolutely, we have some great options for people.
And you said she basically was already house trained too, right?
Yeah, she was housebroken when we got her.
Housebroken?
You might need a little remedial just from unfortunately having to be in with the pups and that.
When the ears go up, it's the best. It's the best.
Her puppies are also available to be seen. They just we're not really sending them home just yet. Maybe another week we'll send them home.
So there's 9 of them available.
Yes.
To be seen plus. Now I was asking you when a dog has a litter, and then the litter starts to be separated from the mother. Is there separation anxiety? And you're like,
no.
She was so happy to be done with her puppies.
She was starting to get to the point where at night we'd give her space away from them during the day.
Yeah.
And then we'd put her back in and she'd cry. She's like, I don't want to go back.
I don't want to go back and see those puppies again. They were exhausting her. So
and they're good sized puppies too. So and she's not huge.
No.
And that was a lot of pups for her.
So and this dog needs a yard.
Yes, she's got a lot of energy. I mean, she's still young herself, so she needs a good space
to run around. And the adoption fee for Maggie will include the
first set of shots, spay, neuter, and free city license.
Free city license?
Yeah, after you get the rabies shot done, you get the first year free city license.
That's a cool deal.
Yeah.
What's the benefits of having your dog licensed? I mean, I know it's the law.
It is the law.
But there are benefits.
There are benefits. It's easier for us to reunite animals, and if you do have your city license and your pet gets away, then they get a free ride home.
They get a free ride home if your pet escapes.
Yes, 1 time a year.
Okay, because more than that, you're a negligent owner.
Well, or it's just a dog that you should probably figure out ways of keeping
it in, right? Okay, so Maggie is available for adoption. And what would the cost then be?
She's $130.
$130, and this dog can come home with you, and she'll be all set to go. She's in great health.
Yes.
Did you have a good Halloween, by the way?
We did. Did you?
Oh, crazy. Oh, yeah. That reminds me. We're talking about this weekend. I wanted to bring this up. When the clocks go back, Laura and I were talking about this. The clocks go back on Sunday, I think?
Yep, Sunday at 3 a.m. or something.
Saturday at 2 a.m. Change the batteries in your smoke detectors and your CO2 things. That's when you do it.
Yep,
when the clocks
every
go back,
6 months.
Change your batteries. And you, my dear, are going to find a beautiful home. Here comes Luann to say goodbye. You're going to have a great weekend. Luann,
yes,
this dog is too big for you.
Yes, She's rather large. 9.
But look at see how happy she is to see you.
9. She's very large.
Okay. Hi,
Okay,
Maggie.
I know. Hi.
Let's see how gorgeous Maggie is.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
All right, she is. Listen,
She's a mom. You have to bring her home.
we gotta go. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks,
Bye.
Laura,
Thank
from the
you.
Humane Society. Bye, everybody.